so it's Keoshia and I'm back for another budget video. So today we're going to talk about how to budget, how to save money, and how to pay off your debt. So if you like these types of videos, please make sure you guys subscribe. It really helps me out. Also make sure you like this video and turn on your notification bell so you don't miss any more videos from me. And without further ado, let's just get into the video. Okay, you guys, so my first step is the most important step. Write it down. Everybody has different ways of how they want to keep up with their budgets. They like to use pen and paper. They like to use forms. They like to use spreadsheets. So for me, I love to use a spreadsheet. I don't want to sit down with a calculator and add it all up. I don't want to sit down and write everything over and over and over again. I'd rather have a spreadsheet to just fill it all in for me, but that is just your preference. If you needed a spreadsheet that was already filled out or a paper version of a budget that is already filled out for you and tells you exactly what to do, I do have that available on my website, www.busydoingbudget.com. Just make sure you go to the shop section, and there I have the Perfect Budget 5-day budget course, and I also have individual spreadsheets that you guys can buy and purchase and use so that you don't have to create your own. It's not that expensive. The lowest item is $2.99. So if you want to check that out and you want to make a purchase, remember, go to my website. The link will be in the description box below. Okay, you guys, so the second step is to determine if you're living within your means. A lot of people are not living within their means. If you're living paycheck to paycheck, if you have negative income at the end of every single month, you are currently not living within your means, which means you need to take a step back and see what you're paying every single month to determine how you can lower your expenses or either raise your income so that you are living within your means. And what I mean by living within your means is if you only make, let's say, $2,000 a month, but your rent is $1,000 a month, which is a 50% of your income, you're most likely not living within your means, because that means that only gives you $1,000 to do your needs, your wants, and your requirements, and to save money. And that's just not enough money to get where you want to do, especially if you're trying to save and pay off debt. So you need to reevaluate what you're paying for. Is it a necessity or is it a want? And if you need to lower your expenses in order to have more disposable income so that you can live within your means. Okay, you guys, so my next thing is needs versus wants. A lot of people try to justify the wants into needs, and everyday life and everyday routine tells you that something is a need when it isn't. So for instance, do you need to go to Starbucks every morning? Do you need to go out to eat with your coworkers every single day? No, you don't need to do those things. You want to do those things. So when I first started, I had a want. I thought it was a need. I needed to go out with my coworkers every single day. We need to go get lunch. We need to make a decision where we're going to go. We're going to drive there. We're going to get our food, and we're going to enjoy it and have good conversation. But when I turned around and started budgeting and started looking at how much I was going out to eat for lunch, I was like, this ain't really no need, because I was spending $300 a month eating out with my coworkers. So I had to make a conscious decision of how much I wanted to spend on eating out every single month or every single week, however it is for you. For me, I decided I was going to do about a month. I gave myself $50 for the month to go out to eat. Now, when I say $50 to go out to eat, this could include like lunchtime, going out to drinks with my girls, just going to have a girls' lunch. This doesn't include like birthday dinners. I actually have a birthday fund, so if somebody wants to go out to birthday dinner for their birthday and they want to go somewhere expensive, I use that in my birthday fund, because clearly $50 is not going to cover that. So you have to kind of categorize eating out to what it is you want to do that's within the time frame of a normal eating out. So like lunch and occasional lunches with your girlfriends, co-workers, or a drink after work, that type of thing. So like I said, I decided not to eat out anymore, so I started making my lunches at home. So at night I will cook extra food and I will pack my lunch, and then that morning I will be able to get up, grab my lunch out of the refrigerator, and go to work and stop spending so much money on lunch. So now my budget is $50 a month on lunch. I can tell you right now at this moment, if somebody said, well, how much you spend on lunch? $50. How much you spend on eating out? $50 a month. So you'll gradually get into that routine, and gradually $50 probably be more than enough, because then you really gonna be picky about where you go, when you go, and how often you're gonna go out. Okay, you guys, so next are the tools and the methodologies that you're going to use in order to track your budget. So for instance, I use the Dave Ramsey zero-based budget. I have the cash envelopes. I have the emergency fund. That is the methodology that I choose to use. Now, I don't follow it, to the letter, but that is the closest thing that I found that works for me in order for me to get my budget where I need to do and reach my financial goals. Now, there are so many things that you can use. There's YNAB and Mint and all these other things that you can use, and you can try them all. Most of them have a 30-day trial. Now, for me, some people like to use the Every Dollar app, which was created by Dave Ramsey. For me, I didn't like it. I choose to use a spreadsheet. I know people who choose to write everything down in like a budget binder or in their day planner or whatever the case may be. Some people use a bullet journal. So you just have to decide how and what methodology you want to use when creating your budget to look back on as a resource of what your plan for that month is for your money. So like I said, I like to use a spreadsheet. I do have spreadsheets on my website. I do have a budget binder on my website that you can print out and use and follow. It has instructions and everything. So if you want to check that out, I'll have the link down below so you can check out my spreadsheets and you can check out the budget binder. So like I was saying, there's all kind of methodology that you can use, when it comes to budgeting and save your money. So do your research, look around at all of these different options, try a couple out, see how they work for you, and once you do, find the best one that fits for you and your lifestyle or your family or whatever the case may be, and then start using that one. Okay, so another thing that people need, and this is also really important, is to have an emergency fund. The statistics today, that you have probably been hearing this for years, and it's so funny that you hear this statement for years, yet every year is exactly the same and it doesn't seem to be changing, is that if somebody had an emergency, they couldn't even come up with $500 to pay for that emergency. So if you were going through your everyday life and all your bills and stuff was on track, and your cars, you're paying your car note on time, you're paying your house note on time, but all of a sudden something comes up and it costs $500, you couldn't even pay for it, because the average American does not have $500 when it comes to emergency situations. Ideally, most financial coaches and counselors and things recommend that you have about $1,000 in your emergency fund. Now, this is if you're still trying to get out of debt or get your finances together. A fully funded emergency fund is completely a different amount. It's like 3 to 6 months of your expenses. So that is like a starter or a baby emergency fund is what people like to call it. But you need to have at least $1,000 so that if anything comes up, it will not disrupt the financial stability that you have right now, because $500 could set you back months. $500 could, get your car repossessed, could get you put in foreclosure. It just depends on how much your bills are and how much that $500 is taken away from your everyday living expenses. So again, like I said, the $1,000 is just a recommendation. If you don't feel comfortable having just $1,000, determine how much you feel comfortable with and put that amount in your savings account for your emergency fund. Now, personally for me, I use the $1,000 emergency fund, and I have been budgeting for almost 3 years, and I haven't had to use it once. So for me, I not necessarily need more than $1,000 because I never used my emergency fund since I've been on this journey. So I would say, just determine what you're comfortable with, and that's how much you should put in your emergency fund. Okay, you guys, so the next thing is paying off debt. Paying off debt is the most important thing you need to get financial stability. And the reason being is because as long as you owe somebody money, as long as you're paying out payments to someone, you're not making the most of your money. Your money is not making you money. Your money is costing you money. So basically interest rates and things like that are costing you money. But if you didn't owe anybody any money and you can put that into savings, then you're making money off the money that you're saving. So paying off debt is really important to gain financial freedom, because now you can tell your money what you want to do, not other people. When you owe other people money, they're telling you how much your minimum payment is. You have to sit in by this date or you're going to get a charge of late fee, you're going to get more interest and things like that. So paying off debt can get you the financial freedom that you're looking for. You can make decisions about what you want to do with your money, where you want to go, when you want to go, how you want to go. And nobody can tell you any different, because you may say today, okay, I want to go on a $2,000 cruise, but I owe American Express, I owe Capital One, I owe Bank of America, I owe my mortgage company. So now I can't go on that $2,000 trip until like 3 years from now because I gotta save it up because I have to pay other people money. So owing other people money prevents you from, you know, saving for your kids' college funds, saving for retirement, saving for that new purchase of a car and things like that. So becoming financially free and debt-free really can help you on your financial journey. Okay, you guys, so next, have multiple streams of income. This is income that you make outside of your 9 to 5. And a lot of people call it a side hustle or a side job, whatever you would like to call it. There are so many options nowadays. There's like Lyft and Uber and Instacart, Uber Eats, Waiter app. All of these things is things you can do on your own time. You make your own schedule and you can work as many or as little hours as you like. And another option is to make a side hustle out of your hobby. So for instance, I love finances. I love everything budgeting. I love everything that it has to do with, everything is about. So I started a financial coaching business, and with that coaching business, I make extra money to save. I make extra money to pay debt. I make extra money to pay for things that come up unexpected. So just try to find out what you can do on the side outside your 9 to 5 to get where you want to be financially. Okay, you guys, so those are all the tips I have for you today. I have so much information and so many tips that I can offer. So again, if you like these types of videos, if you want to see more videos like this, please give this video a thumbs up. Make sure you guys subscribe. It really helps me out. Make sure you turn on that notification bell so you don't miss any more videos from me. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.